Everyone would know this. Parents' Week is next week, 17th to 23rd of October. Recognise the challenges and rewards work parents do, organisations do to support families. That's what it is. It is next week. They are looking if there's any parents that want to get involved or do something. That's there. What does NPC want? We want Minister Quinn to fight at the Cabinet table to resource education for the future of our children. That's what we do want. Why do we want that? We want that because all during the Celtic Tiger, education didn't better. Everything else stayed. If you take it to construction and all like that, prices went up, things got better. But did more money go actually into the education system? Okay. As National Parents Council, we want an active parents association in every school. And that's an active parents association. Getting involved, getting the information from ourselves, passing out that information to all parents. Now, we done a little survey when we were actually coming up to do this conference, because I knew a group of parents around the country. And I asked them to listen out then for all this information that we were giving out as National Parents Council about the up-and-coming conference, and how much of it was actually trickling down. Was it going into the school? Maybe it was. Maybe the principal was getting it. Was it being passed on to the Parents Association? Maybe it was. Was it passing on to the individual parents? And we found out that a lot of schools had heard nothing about it at all. So we have a lot of work to do. But it was a little thing. So I do say active parents associations in every school because of that. Get involved, try and get out to the bigger community then in the Parents Association. Because every parent is a member of the Parents Association. So if you can at all, get things out. Because as you would all agree today anyway, and definitely the people who was on yesterday evening, it has been a very educational day. You have learned a lot. You've got a lot of new information. The new child protection guidelines that came out. Like that was new to parents. We were very lucky in it coming out when it did. And the research then that was done by Amanda Barber, UCD and Headstrong. More information that you get to go back to your own Parents Association on. But try and get that out, be it with a newsletter or whatever bits and pieces that you can within your own school as well. Try and get a little piece, because the school is sending out reports anyway. Can we get a little corner for our bit of information that the wider Parents Association could get? At the moment, we as the national organisation, we're trying to fund ourselves. So we were contemplating a plan, looking at the €1. Parents have a voice for €1. Would parents like to have a voice for €1? What can you buy for €1 anymore? Would it be value for money? €1 a year. I have 2 kids, so take it anyway to spend 5 or 6 years in the school. So in the lifetime of my 2 boys in second level, I paid €12. Would it be good to have that as an organisation that would actually be there to support you, that would be getting this information to yourselves? Now, a lot of people came and said to me about this weekend, and it was costly for the people that came and got last night and tonight because of paying the hotel. But what we were able to do, of course, with our training and everything is try and get it out to people. What would we do if we had €1? What would the National Parents Council do? Get a full-time CEO in. Research and Development Manager. Continue our training program and newsletters. And get a little bit of support, Sandra. Little bit now, Sandra. In case you didn't hear me. Sandra is our, well, since Tomas was actually took over as our development manager, Sandra's been the only one in the office. And with that, she's supposed to start at 10 o'clock, she's supposed to go, no, I won't tell her that because she might start doing it. But there's never 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the evening, she could be still in the office. No, Jack, she's going to be looking for overhead. But why is she doing that? She's doing it as a job, but she's doing it as a lot more. In the evening, when the phone stops ringing because they think that she's gone home, no, I can't. I'll give out that information, people will be ringing at 5 or 6 o'clock. But the truth is, she goes and she's researching stuff then for parents that have rang in during the day. She's finding the answers. And she's going back the next day and she's ringing back. So you're getting the information. Great resource. imagine how we could do so much more if we had like a research and development manager, a CEO to coordinate the whole lot. This was in prime time. I took it off the internet, so I quoted it exactly. But it is with special needs, and special needs is one of the things that's bringing a lot of media attention at the moment. And I will bring down to the second, the Minister says, the number is capped at 10,575 full-time equivalent posts. Now, there's nothing we can do about that. That's IMF coming in and all the money, and I'm not going to go into that. But basically, what we have to work with, that right now. So, what have we to do then? We have to ensure that nobody has been let down. To see, can we, if anything else, push on various things like this? And I have to make a quote there, all of this, Miriam Candle said this, it was all part of prime time. Mentioned earlier on about the PISA report. Literacy in 2000, we were 5th place with 527 points. By 2009, we were gone down to 496 points. The average in the EU is 500 points. So we're gone from being above average to below average. Numeracy is the same. 2003, we were 17th. We were 503, but we were still above average. 487 now is a good bit below average. There's a good statistic at the bottom. Students who did read for enjoyment had a mean score 100 points higher than those who didn't. Now I can tell you a little bit, my own children, so my wife is down there, so she done all the work. But we actually, from when they're born, we actually read to them every night. No, I'm saying we all know who read, but they were read to every night. We have a son now who is qualified, he's 3 years down in NUI Galway, and his 2 masters is English and history. So I would have to feel as a parent that that does, that does work. So parents maybe need to get involved in that. And I know I should be talking in a way maybe to primary, more so than post-primary. This numeracy and literacy, are the teachers to blame? Are the qualifications of the teachers the problem? Are parents to blame? Should parents be more involved in second-level education? There's the ESRI report. That's the involvement primary. Is post-primary not the time when students need most support? When you come to picking your subjects at the junior cert, parents need constant support and interaction with the school to make an informed decision. At all time points, students were much more likely to rate their parents as very important compared to school-based sources of information and development. You all knew that though, didn't you really? Parents, Mammy, what do you think? What should I pick? Of course, I went to a talk one time with John Lonigan, and John Lonigan says, don't fall into that trap. So if you pick it then, and it's not the one that wanted, they might say, oh, I only done it because you wanted me to. But it is. Parents need to be informed. If you're informed, then you can inform your kids on what you think that they should do going on information. Students who frequently discuss how they're getting on in school with their parents, parents attend parent-teacher meetings in the school, tend to achieve higher junior cert grades. 5 minutes gone. We're doing well.
More.
What?
More
Some of the things we're working on. And we have been involved with the Minister with actually the reduction in the school book. That's what we've been involved with. This is what Minister Quinn came back only a couple of days ago, so I don't know if it actually went into the media yet, but it did say for a media release. So it went onto a slide of mine pretty quickly. One of the things he did say, and that was that he was putting out there, they didn't want the new editions coming out for a minimum of 6 years. That would be a great thing for parents Because that means there could be a chance that you could get your child through the education system with the one book a week. So we are working away at these things. You may not hear a lot about NBC said, but at the same time, we're working away. Should we be working on technology and move away from heavy books to phys books? Technology has come a long way, it has. From the time when you used to dial a phone, or in our case you used to drive 2.5 miles or cycle 2.5 miles to a phone to dial it in the first place to ring something. Oh yeah, you wind up, sorry. I'm not that old. To these things. This is National Parents Council phone in case anyone's worried. Not me. This phone can tell me where I am and how to get anywhere. So I presume anyway, Big Brother is probably watching and knows where I am too. Science test. It's run in 3rd level in institutes, and it's hugely supported by students in 2nd level. So students are into it. Intel. They ran a competition. Competition ended on the 7th, so we should have had a conference beforehand to let you know. But we were trying to send it out to schools to let parents know. You were getting a Facebook or a laptop for every student in 1st year after winning post-primary school. Accompanying software, full digital curriculum contents, wireless, training, teacher training facilitation. That's the whole package. This is what some of our biggest businesses are actually saying. And I like the last bit, it's the last 3 lines really. The irony is that many of these technologies are being created for schools in other parts of the world, but not in Ireland, where declining maths levels are a serious cause of concern for employers. Cisco Systems or Cisco Ireland. As a parent, and it's Mary Lou Nolan, I see my kids and it saddens me that ICT is not part of our education. It is there in their lives outside of schools, but not inside schools. Children and technology go hand in hand. They know about it. Something happens with the computer. You nearly run out to them and ask them to fix it. Why? Because it comes naturally. How is Vodafone? Vodafone maintains that 30% of all phones in the market sold were smartphones, and to be 45 by 2015. But we as parents then, this was surveys that was done by Championing Children and Young People in England, study of 1,957 children between the ages of 9 and 16. I do love looking at these other surveys because it gives me something to be working on then as well, on the off chance I get bored. Because I do get bored rather these. This has been a quiet week, as most people know, for me anyway. Now we have our training gone, so most mornings I'm gone to Dublin and I end up then some training session in some part of the country. But it's enjoyable, getting to go around and actually meet parents. It's the enjoyable part of it. And I was delighted when you actually said, well, Johan said it there this morning. Because it is. You're getting down to parents then that are really looking for the information. And I know I was talking to Anya Lynch then of National Parents Council Primary, and we were discussing the fact that, you know, how much benefit are we getting with the group of parents coming here? Like, it is huge, but how do we get that information out? We have to work on it. Edward Everett Hale, he was a boy prodigy. 12 or 13 years of age, he went into Harvard. That's bringing it to take these students out of the boxes that we keep talking about and actually allow them to develop at the speed that they're able. And the one thing I always go from the very start of when I got involved in the Parents Association, I keep this quote all the time. I am only one, but I am one. I can't do everything, but I can do something. And I won't let what I can't do interfere with what I can do. And every one of us is exactly do a bit in the newsletter? Could we get it out to a few more parents? Could we go to a training session? Could I bring 3 more in the car with me? Do I need to travel by myself? I won't let what I can't do interfere with what I can do. I suppose I was going to say anyway that I suppose I wouldn't be standing up here if I didn't start with that. So, if nothing else, I would like parents to go away from here this weekend, and I would like to be able to go and try and get another parent or 2 involved within your school, your own school. If you have a good parents association within your own school, can you work on your region? Is there somebody else you can get involved? One person, only one. One more person, we could have doubled the amount here next year. In 10 years' time, we'll have a lot of parents getting the information that we want to get down to them. Thank you very much.